everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Sorry, I've been a bit MIA here, guys. I have had the worst time with being sick. I had the flu back to back. Thought it was pneumonia at one point and then ended up getting checked out. Turned out to just be a really severe case of bronchitis. So you might still hear it in my voice a bit, but I do feel a lot better. So I really wanted to get back into doing readings for you guys. So this isn't technically for the first half of April. This is what I would consider to be a timeless reading. Take from it what makes sense for you personally. I'm not really concentrating on any particular time frame whenever you happen to run across it, all right? But these are the two decks that I'll be using. They are both my decks. This one is the Silhouettes deck. This one is my new one, Scenarios, the Veil of Deceit and Desire. So this particular one has upright and reversed interpretations if you haven't seen me use it yet. So very similar to tarot. And of course, I'll clarify everything with tarot decks. So let's begin, guys, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what the messages are for you. Hi there, Leo. Let's go ahead and get into your messages here. Take a look and see what presents itself for this timeless reading. So whoever it is that you are focused on at this time, whatever needs to present itself here, hopefully there's something that I'm able to tap into specifically for your situation. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What do we need to know here? We have color lines. True love has no barrier. So whatever that barrier might entail, maybe you feel like something's keeping you or preventing you from being with this person, or preventing you guys from being able to move forward, perhaps. This is the next card. We do have full bloom. Love takes time to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. If nurtured, that love can grow into something beautiful. Exactly. So something might be creating this wedge that's preventing you guys from moving forward somehow. And this is the next card. We do have the Apocalypse, which can represent a tower type experience. And it says that the tower will fall when you ignore the red flags every time without fail. Okay, so if, for example, you and or this person have ignored whatever those red flags are, it might have ultimately resulted in some sort of obstacle or challenge that's keeping you guys apart right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's a permanent separation or that you guys are done forever, because this is telling you that there is still the possibility of being able to grow this love, and it's just going to take time. So patience is definitely key here. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify and see what else is going to happen here. What's going on? I'll be pulling from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What do we need to know here? So clearly we see a tower moment and some sort of barrier that's preventing you guys from coming together at this time. But we have some pretty positive cards showing up so far. We've got the Wheel of Fortune that is followed by the Star. You could be dealing with Aquarius as well. So it seems that whatever cycle you guys are on, and we see that it could be difficult, and more than likely there's a separation, or maybe there's no contact right now, but an opportunity might present itself here where you guys can find yourself reconnecting and coming back together. And, you know, it could just be life finds a way. Life finds a way to be able to bring you guys back onto the same path where you can reconnect and interact in a much more positive way. I feel it's still a part of your journey. It is still a part of your love story here to be able to reconnect with this person and be able to get past some of those obstacles that might have created this tower. Because you guys still have a chance at love here, I'm feeling. You know, the Star, of course, can represent a wish that can manifest. This person was definitely romantically linked to you. You could be dealing with a Gemini. We see the Lovers card right there. So this is a deep connection between two people. It just so happens that something happened here to keep you guys apart. Maybe you know what that is. Something is preventing union at this point in time, but there is no doubt you guys feel drawn to each other. I mean, it's a pretty intense energy that's presenting itself here. This is a card of choice. This is a card of making a decision, okay? And maybe that choice is up to you, Leo, in order to get that wheel moving in a sense. And it's moving towards a positive direction, okay? So we do have the Fool coming through as well. I'm kind of feeling for Leo that it falls on your shoulders perhaps to just believe that if you were to take that first step, first course of action, that it might actually turn out to be a good thing, you know, to be able to help you guys heal from and move on from whatever created this downfall of the connection initially. There's a new beginning here for you and this person. There will be another opportunity, I feel. But in the meantime, there's this need to just focus on the healing, you know? So if you guys are apart right now, I feel that's actually a good thing. It's a necessary part of the journey to give you guys a chance to regroup in a sense, you know, and just kind of taking a break from whatever caused this. Because that apocalypse card, I mean, look at the energy. It's like thunder, lightning, just chaos. So it's like taking a break from that and just preparing yourself for what's to come, because what's to come is a lot better than what that represents. And then we do have the Six of Swords that is followed by the Six of Cups. So sixes can represent growth, and I feel you can only go up from here. You know, this to me can represent rock bottom, and the Six of Swords can certainly represent moving more towards a calmer energy and releasing past baggage. The past is what it is, can't do anything about it. So all you can do is move on and move forward. But I feel that when it comes to this reading, Leo, the goal is to move forward together. There's something tied into the past when it comes to this connection, and there clearly is this need to heal. That's what the Six of Cups can represent as well. And it's a clear indication that somebody here would love a second chance, wants a reunion. There's something deeply connected in the memories. And we're clearly seeing cards indicating a desire towards reunion, a new beginning, a very positive outcome here, you know. So in order to get there, you have to, in a way, escape some of the choices from the past to be able to get away from what might have created the chaos and the destruction perhaps of the relationship initially. Just walking away from some of the drama. Yeah, it was very painful, that's for sure. This has perhaps burnt you out, stressed you out. It affected the other person the same way. And maybe you've both been carrying this heaviness around, and it's time for a change. It's time for things to start moving in a different, lighter direction, you know, making different choices, different decisions. So I feel that's a good thing, ultimately. It's giving you a chance at love once again with this person. Things are going to be different, okay? So that's what I'm getting there. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out. All right, so even though you guys might have experienced some challenges, there's the opportunity towards reconnecting and finding better. A wish that really can still come true. All right, here we go. For Leo, what else do we need to know, please? We have the Wallflower, introverted, painfully shy, social anxiety. So take that if it makes sense. That to me just does not describe a Leo. It could describe the other person. You know, maybe when you guys had that tower moment, they kind of withdrew and just turned into a hermit mode in a way. Didn't want to interact with people. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What else? promises, dependable, trustworthy, proposal. There could have also been broken promises here, you know, to the point where you just weren't sure whether you could trust this individual. That could have also resulted in why you might have decided to walk away from them, why you decided to maybe sever ties, and also why we ended up with this Apocalypse Tower card. Okay. But perhaps with this new beginning, the opportunity to try again, they're telling you here that they promise to be the type of person that you really can rely on. All right, let's grab one more card. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. We've got the Daffodil card. It is in the reverse, okay, which this is one of those cards that I am happy that it's coming up in the reverse, because in the upright, it represents depression, it represents unhappiness and tears, but in the reverse, it represents healing. It represents feeling uplifted and finding happiness. So I'm happy to see that that turned out that way. Let's go ahead and clarify here. I'll be pulling from my TANIELU tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. So I'm ultimately feeling here that whatever contributed to a relationship falling apart, it needs time. It definitely is in need of healing, okay? Time heals all wounds, that's what I'm getting. All right, let's see. Three of Cups, a reason to celebrate, you know. Your friends, your family could also have an influence there. It already came through before, so there's a reason to celebrate, and that celebration might have something to do with a reconciliation here between you and this person. We also have the World, so whatever happened in the past, that's exactly where it stays. You know, that cycle has phased out, it has completed. This is now offering you perhaps a new cycle to start again, especially after you've focused on your own healing here. You could also be dealing with a Taurus. We do have the Hierophant coming through. If they just were not the type to commit to you before, I feel there's been a shift in that energy, because they ultimately know that they have to come towards you correct if they are to have a second chance with you. So if lack of commitment was an issue, that seems to not be the case this time around. And it makes a lot of sense to me that we would have this dependable, trustworthy, the promise that they're making to you. High Priestess, Ace of Cups, I love it. So this is giving you an indication, perhaps especially my Divine Feminines, that you might have a masculine who really is coming towards you with the best of intentions. They don't want to mess around. They are not being wishy-washy as far as their commitment to the relationship. And this is now offering you guys another opportunity at love. They're telling you here that they're willing to put in the work this time. It's just going to take time. And it literally says wait and see. Okay, so it is going to take a little bit more time to see how this all unfolds, but I feel ultimately it's going to be a very positive outcome. And this is simply reiterating where you guys have already been, all right, which is why it's going to take time to be able to overcome some of these difficulties, because this was a very hard thing to go through, okay? But again, rock bottom, you can only go up from there. And it will take time. Just continue to put in the effort and the work. And the other person needs to be able to show effort as well. Five of Swords. Yeah, this is clarification here too, that you're not going to put up with any nonsense. You have no problem walking away or distancing yourself if it does turn out that, you know, it could have been empty promises, or it could have just been that they were promising you the world in the beginning and then ended up not sticking to that. So I feel at this point, this person knows that you're a lot smarter, that you're a lot more empowered. And if they really don't come towards you acting from a place of integrity, that you will end things, that you will walk away. You know, you are in charge of this sword. This is you finally getting that clarity, and you're not afraid. You're not afraid to empower yourself. You're not afraid to get behind the wheel of your life and direct it to wherever it is that you need to go, and to cut them out if they don't treat you right. Okay, that is what I gather from that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to ask your own questions. All right, here we go. So I'll go ahead and pull 3 cards like I did for the other signs. This is my definitive answers oracle, so it does help if your question can be answered in a yes or no fashion. So go ahead and focus on your questions. It can be about love, of course, but it doesn't have to be. It could be about anything. So 3 questions, and if it's just not the answer that you were hoping for, and as I've mentioned in previous readings, it could be that timing is simply, it's off, or that could be a sign from the universe letting you know that there's something or someone way better suited for you. Okay, so go ahead and focus on it, or say it out loud if you're more comfortable doing it that way. We'll ask 3 questions for Leo. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, here we go. Question number 1. We have yep, which of course is a yes. So hopefully that's a positive response for you. All right, so if you have a second question, go ahead and focus on it now. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective for Leo. All right, guys, here we go. Second question. Now this one says no thank you. Okay, so it's like entertaining a situation, but at the same time this response is telling you that you shouldn't go through with it. All right, so I hope that makes sense. It's like thanks but no thanks. All right, so third question, if you have one, of course, go ahead and ask that question, focus on it, or say it out loud. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo, question number 3. Wow, look at the total opposite energy. Yes, yay, yeah. All right, so there's one scenario here where perhaps, you know, the universe, the angels, your spirit team, they're telling you, no, don't do it. This one, green light all the way. All right, so that's where we're gonna leave things, guys. Hopefully there's something in this reading that makes sense for you and helps you out. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, as well as the link to the decks that you see here. Thank you guys so much for all the well wishes while I've recovered from being sick. Really appreciate it, and I will see you guys real soon. Take care.